Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. May I first start by thanking the honourable members for Wallasey and Wallington and Ockhill in South Perthshire for securing this debate. And I'd like to also pay tribute to the member for Liverpool Walton for his powerful personal contribution to this debate. And I think we were all very, very touched by his words in this House. Madam Deputy Speaker, LGBT heritage is everywhere in central London within my constituency of the Cities of London and Westminster. It is embedded in buildings, landscapes, all around us, as well as in the significance and contribution made by the personalities connected to those landmarks. And I feel truly honoured that I represent an area with such a rich LGBTQ social and cultural history, from the West End, Covent Garden, Piccadilly Circus, and to the incredible cultural hub that is Soho. In fact, the first gay bar in Britain, in the modern sense, was the Cave of the Golden Calf, opening in 1912 in Heddon Street, in the heart of the West End. I think a couple of my fellow members may have been to the opening. With Pride Month drawing to a close, I wanted to put on record how incredibly proud I am of our community for rallying up together to celebrate. Indeed, despite the great challenges faced by the LGBTQ people during COVID-19, one thing the crisis has shown is the value and the power of community. I'm proud that when I became leader of Westminster City Council, one of the first appointments I made was to establish a lead member for the LGBT community. And I'm delighted that Councillor Ian Adams, who I appointed, retains that position today. Owing to his success of championing LGBTQ rights in London, Ian has won the Global Outstanding LGBTQ Role Model Award, and I'm sure the whole House will join me in celebrating this momentous achievement. Of course, Madam Deputy Speaker, in normal times, we are so fortunate here in London to have such a wealth of celebrations during Pride Month. Not at least the Great London Pride March, which last time it was held in 2019, attracted an estimated 1.5 million spectators. I, in fact, took part in that Pride March. It was my first and by no means my last. I was part of the Westminster City Council parade group, and perhaps, I'm not sure if there is one in Parliament, but perhaps if there isn't, we should organise a cross-party, in both this place and the other place, parliamentary group to take part in the next Pride March. But even without the scale of events we are used to, I remain proud of my constituency's LGBTQ history and how people here have still made sure we've had a really great Pride Month. It is this fortitude, Madam Deputy Speaker, that represents the ultimate triumph of London. After all, though the vibrant festivities remain a key part of our celebrations, what this year has afforded us is the time to reflect, to remember, and to re-galvanise our efforts to support the LGBTQ community. On this, I wholeheartedly support the government in its ambitions to ensure the UK remains one of the most open and tolerant countries in the world. Like other members, I also welcome the Prime Minister's announcement that the UK will host its first ever LGBTQ conference in June next year, coinciding with the 50th anniversary of the first ever London Pride March. It is my hope that here we can bring into sharp focus a fresh discussion on legislative reform to tackle violence and discrimination and ensuring equal access to public services, including health services for LGBTQ+ people. I also want to take this opportunity to welcome the government's landmark ban on conversion therapy. Our Special Envoy on LGBTQ+ rights, Lord Herbert, is correct when he says that this is a cruel practice that has no place in modern society. Especially in London, this Pride Month is wholly different, as I've said, from years before, but it still serves as a tribute to all those who have fought for an equal society, where people can love freely and live in peace and away from inequality. We stand on the shoulders of giants, and we thank them for all they faced to get to where we are here today. Even in this place, I was shocked to discover that it was only 19 years ago, in 2002, that Sir Alan Duncan became the first sitting Conservative MP to voluntarily announce that he is gay. With this, I wish everyone a happy Pride Month. May the spirit of love continue throughout the year. And as a former constituent of mine, the brilliant Oscar Wilde once said, "We must keep love in our hearts. A life without it is like a sunless garden."